On the 31st of October 1936, Beatrice Bess Houdini, the widow of the famed magician Harry Houdini, sat in a high-backed chair on the roof of the Knickerbocker Hotel in Los Angeles, seated near a table. She was not alone. At the table sat a judge, 2 journalists, a couple of magicians, and 2 spiritualists. There were also nearly 300 invited guests sitting in bleachers looking on. There was an array of items before her and the small group, including a pistol loaded with blanks, handcuffs, and a tambourine. They were attempting to contact Houdini from beyond the grave and hoped he'd use these various items to prove his spirit had come. Across the US, Canada, and Europe, there were other seances being held that night, also attempting the same thing as the one in LA. Houdini crusaded against fake mediums, but hoped for the real thing. Erich Weisz, better known by his stage name Harry Houdini, was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1874 and immigrated to the US as a child. As a young magician, he would perform seances as a way to make money, but eventually stopped. At the time, I appreciated the fact that I surprised my clients, but while aware of the fact that I was deceiving them, I did not see or understand the seriousness of trifling with such sacred sentimentality and the baneful result which inevitably followed. Houdini wrote in his 1924 book, A Magician Among the Spirits, it was the death of his beloved mother in 1913 that helped push him to begin a crusade to debunk fake mediums. Even as Houdini exposed countless fraudulent spiritualists, he still held out hope for the possibility of communication from beyond the grave. He wrote that every time he stepped into a seance room, he kept an open mind and hoped that one of these spirit mediums would actually prove that speaking with the dead was possible. Instead, in every single instance, Houdini found them to be charlatans. His ultimate test of the hypothesis of communication from beyond the grave would come after his own tragic death. The secret code Harry Houdini and his wife Bess came up with involved a series of words his spirit would deliver to her: Rossable. Answer, tell, pray, answer, look, tell, answer, answer, tell. Rossable, which came from a popular song of the era, was engraved on Bess's wedding ring. The other words were from a code the couple used during their old mind-reading act. According to a November 1926 Times columnist story, Houdini also shared the secret code with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the celebrated creator of Sherlock Holmes. Houdini and Doyle had been friends but had a falling out after the magician exposed the author's wife, a self-proclaimed medium, as a fake. Soon after Houdini's death, scores of mediums claimed to have received messages from him, but none of them had the correct message. After that final seance in LA was a bust, Houdini's spirit was a no-show. His widow announced that she had given up any hope of communicating with her late husband or that spirits existed at all. It is now my personal and positive belief that spirit communication in any form is impossible, she said after the seance. I do not believe that ghosts or spirits exist. It is finished. Good night, Harry. But that wasn't the end. While Bess may have given up hope, others continued to try to communicate with the famed magician's spirit on Halloween night. The tradition continues to this day.